Hello, I am in my Gandhi shirt because you must be the change you wish to see in the world. Welcome back. So for this video, I'm doing it because I've been receiving this question so many times on my Instagram account, which is this, by the way. And the question is, what should I major in my pre-med years? But before, I would like you guys to go down to the comments and ask me any question you'd like, whether it's about pre-med or med, lifestyle of a med student, whatever it is, because I will be doing a Q&A video next week to answer all of your questions. And on your way down to the comments down below, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. But anyway, if you clicked on this video, that means you have a goal and you're one step towards achieving it, so let's go. So, the most frequently asked question in my Instagram DMs, what should I major in as a pre-med student? And honestly, the most brief answer to this question is anything you want. Literally, anything that interests you, go for it. Because med school does not care if you majored in biology or chemistry or you were an astrophysicist, whatever. Okay, all they care about is that you finish those pre-med requirements. So every medical school on its website will give you a list of pre-med requirements that you have to finish, of which are your courses, okay? So for example, they tell you that you should take organic chemistry or modern physics or whatever. So as long as you finish those courses, you can go into any major that you want. But this is why most people go into biological sciences in their pre-med years instead of other physical sciences or math or arts even. You know, you could major in music for all med school cares. And mainly the reason is that within a biology major, you already have most of the courses required for med school. So you wouldn't be taking a lot of extra courses outside of your major to compensate for those requirements. But if you're taking music, of course you're not going to have organic chemistry in your courses, right? So that way you'd be taking those outside of your major. And that's why people tend not to go into majors that are extremely unrelated to biological sciences. But is music, for example, or English literature more interesting on your application? Definitely. I mean, how often do you hear of a med student that has majored in English literature in their pre-med years? Personally, I majored in chemistry because I wasn't really interested in all of the biology courses that were not related to the human body. So for example, I did not care about the plants. I did not really care about taxonomy and how animals were divided and okay, so no. But after 3 years, I also did realize that some of those chemistry courses also did not interest me, but I was someone who liked to solve and analyze things critically, and I felt that chemistry would pave this way. And your pre-med years are actually a time where you'd be able to diverge beyond the pre-med umbrella, and you'd be able to dedicate more time into stuff that aren't related to the medical field. And there's also one last thing that I'd like to mention, which is if you're someone who's planning to take a gap year or years between pre-med and medical school, whatever the reason was, whether financial, personal, you know, a lot of people do that for a lot of different reasons. So in case you're planning on doing that, or if it happened without you planning to do that, then maybe you should consider majoring in a field that would give you a degree that you'd be able to work with. And that way you'd easily find a job in those gap years, and that would be a plus. So whatever major you want, just go for it, whether it's biology or music. And this is a good time for you to see what each medical school requires in terms of the list of courses. Plus you will need those for the MCAT. Because you know, you will need to have taken biochemistry, for example, for the MCAT. And honestly, once you set in your mind that you want to become a pre-med student and then a medical student and then a doctor, you should take on that responsibility from now and start paving that path for yourself. So make sure you go on those websites, you check what you need, you make sure you don't miss out on anything, and you know, just have a plan. And you're not always going to stick to the plan, but at least you have an outline to the direction to which you're going. And that's pretty much it. So make sure you leave your questions down below for the Q&A session, and I'll see you next time.